Hey guys, this is Gabriel Janis here for Renaissance Poop. Today we're going to break down the Last Jedi TV spot that came out during the Dodgers-Astros game a few days back. Let's first check it out.
Let the past die. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be.
Darkness rises, and light to meet it.
I need someone to show me my place in all this.
Come on! This is not going to go the way you think.
I meant to do this review on the trailer a few days back when it was released, but things got busy, so the footage that you'll see was filmed the night of the trailer release. I'm wearing different clothes and my hair's done, no hat. So, yeah, let's get into it. Okay, the trailer opens up with a shot of the Millennium Falcon on Ahch-To. That's the planet Luke Skywalker has exiled himself to. Nothing unusual about this shot, just a regular framing piece. The weather there looks pretty gray and murky. It's a good tone for the overall movie. It's going to be gray, it's going to be dark, and it's just a good opening scene. The next shot cuts to a back shot of Luke Skywalker walking into the Millennium Falcon. He's got his Jedi robe up. You can see him walking towards the cockpit there. And the new money shot here is Luke Skywalker walking into the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. All of its systems turn on, and just the look on his face, it looks like a flood of memories coming back, good and bad, probably, of Obi-Wan, Han, and Leia, and maybe even his time with Ben Solo before he turned into Kylo Ren. Maybe he met up with Han at some point. Probably not, but that's just my thought on it. He looks kind of scared in this system, like he's not ready. And he looks kind of scared in the shot, like he's not ready to face his past and move forward. The next shot comes with Kylo Ren contemplating something. We've seen this shot before. Looks like maybe he just got finished talking to Snoke, or he got reprimanded by Snoke. He loses his mind. He just smashes his helmet, which is pure Kylo Ren. Just a fit of rage, and boyish rage at that. The next scene cuts to a space battle. It looks like a bunch of Resistance transports. It looks like a bunch of Resistance transports exploding. The ships could also be possibly pleasure yachts from the planet Canto Bight. It's the casino planet that'll be on or in The Last Jedi. It's really hard to tell exactly what they are, but we do see a shot of Poe on one of these ships looking back as another one explodes from the previous scene. Next we cut to the now familiar scene of guerrilla walkers approaching the Resistance base on Crate. Nothing really new here, but just that scene, just a shot of the new walkers is just incredible. Next we move on to Kylo Ren's new lightsaber. Now this lightsaber is the same design as the one in The Force Awakens, but it looks more complete. The hilt's darker, it's more black, and the blade is totally different, at least in my eyes. It seems more stable. It's got a stronger beam, more crimson, and it's very fiery. The other one didn't look quite as fiery, it looked more unstable, it looked like it sputtered, shot sparks. You can kind of see it in old footage from The Force Awakens. This one looks like it's made of pure fire. It's an amazing shot. I can't wait to see him use it in episode 8 here. The next scene is a mashup. We hear Snoke saying, "The darkness rises and the light to meet it." Now, Snoke's voice seems different in here. Maybe it's because it's not a hologram, it's not filtered through machinery, but his voice seems much more human, or at least humanoid, and much more strong. But then, at least when he says the darkness rises, that's where it seems more normal. But then his voice gets that deeper, more raspy, familiar tone when he says, "and the light to meet it." What this could mean, I'm not quite sure. I feel like some might not be Snoke saying it, possibly, though it sounds like him. Um, yeah, the voice just sounds different to me. I'm not quite sure why. I'll have to sit down and think more on that one. We see a scene of Rey training. She's exerting a lot of effort. She also looks like she's tapping into what possibly could be more of her own inner passion. She's grimacing, and either that's from exertion or from tapping into her own inner power. She's skirting the edge of the dark side, possibly, with the way she's exclaiming and grunting as she swings her lightsaber around. The next scene is of Luke, is a new shot of Luke with his hood up, looking worried. He possibly could be looking at Rey training, scared of her power, or maybe someone showed up on Act 2 that he wasn't expecting. Could be Kylo Ren, could be the Knights of Ren, someone else even. The whole darkness rises and the light to meet it line just reinforces the constant theme of balance that's popping up in the new movies and Rebels and in the books. Kylo Ren and Rey are two halves of a whole. They symbolize two halves of a whole, one light, one dark. And in order to truly learn their place in this universe and to progress their story, they both probably have to dabble in opposite sides of the Force. So Rey being light will have to go into the darkness, and Kylo Ren focusing on the dark will have to actually do something selfless and maybe dabble in the light. Maybe he'll save Rey at some point or save someone. But I really think that's gonna be a major theme for this movie, is those two dabbling in opposite sides of the Force in order to awaken their true power. Next shot we see is the Falcon being chased through the mines of Crate by TIE fighters. We saw this in the regular trailer, so that's nothing really new. Next we hear Rey narrating over top of scenes of the Falcon and Luke emerging from the rubble of the Jedi Temple. We hear Rey saying, "I need someone to show me my place in all this." We saw this in the regular trailer and the international version as well, so it's nothing really new. We also see a cut of Poe engaging his X-Wing through a series of explosions with gun turns. Nothing really new there either, we've seen that before. Next scene is Finn battling Phasma. Man, Finn looks fierce. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Mainly he hates the First Order. Like, he has to go undercover. We can tell that already from the trailers. He has to go back to the place he was running from, and that must bring up a whole lot of anger and fear. If Finn ends up being Force sensitive at any point, this would definitely play into the theme of darkness rising, especially within Finn. He has to bring out his own inner darkness to face the First Order. And I don't know how that's going to change the character, but I don't know if it's going to be for the better. I think Finn he'll face Phasma in this one. I don't think he's going to come out up top. He actually might even lose this fight, but I think his character is going to take a deeper dive into darkness, a little more despair. At least partway through the movie, he'll find some way to get back to being a little more upbeat. That probably won't come until him and Rey link up at some point. We cut to a shot of Chewie and the Porg on the Falcon Bridge. There's nothing really new there. I don't know about you guys, but I love the Porg. I think they're fucking cute. I think they're really cute. Yeah, it's clearly a marketing ploy, but hey, that's how you sell toys, right? We also see a shot of the Falcon flying on the surface of Crate, taking a TIE fighter. We see a new shot of Finn cheering in triumph as he's on one of the little B-wing looking land speeders there. His skills must be increasing. I'm not quite sure if he took pilot training. I read it before the Awakening with his stormtrooper training and all that, but I don't remember if he was taking any pilot training or anything. But hey, it looks cool doing it. Next we hear a voiceover of Luke saying, "This is not going to go the way you think." We've seen that before, but we cut to a new scene of General Leia. She's looking like she's coming out of a trance, or at least a deep thought here. This could be tied to the scene where Kylo Ren's flying his new fighter. It looks like she could have been sensing his presence, or she's possibly using the Force to get a feel for the battle around her. She looks grim, like very grim and determined in this scene. What that could mean, we won't really know until the movie comes out. But I feel like she's using the Force more to get a sense of the battle than to communicate with her son. Next, we cut to a shot of the Falcon exploding out of a cavern system and crate up into the air. That's a new shot. I love the way the red dust and the red planet's soil just comes shooting out. Red is my favorite color, so anything red, I don't know. It goes well for the scene. Then we cut to Luke, looks like he's laying on the ground. We saw this in previous trailers and in the teaser as well. But the next cut is to Rey looking down at someone while holding a lightsaber. Now both scenes have rain, in them, so they could be possibly connected, but I really don't think so. I do believe Luke and Rey train in combat together, but I don't know if they'll actually end up fighting each other. I feel like Rey is raising this lightsaber in this scene to either she's getting ready to engage in a test, one of the tests from possibly one of the creatures of Ahch-To. There's rumors of a sea monster, that could possibly be it. Or there was also rumors of the Knights of Ren showing up on the planet. This could be it. She could be getting ready to engage the Knights of Ren. Even Kylo Ren possibly, if he's there. And the next scene, we just cut to the Last Jedi title card. I'm excited for this movie, guys. I hope you are too. Man, I can't wait for more TV spots. I hope we see something that just really throws us for more of a loop. A lot of these trailers and TV spots, they're setting up the overall theme, the dark theme of The Last Jedi. But I also feel like they're creating some misdirects about certain character plot points. Like, I feel like one of the scenes where, in the last trailer, where Rey says she needs someone to show her place and all this, she reaches out. We see a cut to Kylo Ren reaching out. Those could possibly be related. The lighting looks kind of different, but I don't know. I feel like these two will have to end up working together somehow in this movie. At least maybe to take down Snoke, or to really cause the Jedi to evolve. I also have a feeling that Kylo Ren isn't fully dark. I think he is Jedi still to his core. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, that's that. Theme. The actual theme of The Darkness Rises trailer could obviously mean growing power for Kylo Ren and Snoke, especially as Kylo Ren journeys further into the dark side. He wants to get away from the pull of the light, which is constantly with him. But also can mean Rey, as she's discovering her own growing powers, she feels a much stronger pull to the dark. Many of the shots in the trailer, or at least one of the main shots where Rey's swinging her lightsaber, she's looking extremely fierce as she's drawing on her own passions to swing the lightsaber, to train. So she can be drawing on the dark side of the Force. So kind of normal things like you would use in everyday life. Passion isn't necessarily a bad thing, but in the Star Wars universe, if it's not directed properly, it can overwhelm and consume you. and lead you down to the dark side. This trailer plays heavily on the theme of light and dark, and if you've been reading any of the canon Star Wars novels or the comic books, for instance, light and dark is constantly addressed. The Poe Dameron comic has a holocron that's made from both the light and the dark side that Lor Santeca finds on Cato Nemoidia. He states in that comic that to have the holocron that's made from both the light and the dark, it would be extremely powerful. Also, within the new book, The Legends of Luke Skywalker, it just came out a day or so ago. I've only gotten so far into it, but the themes that I kind of see already coming up is, again, that the Force is not just light and dark, it's a whole, it's a balance. So in order for the Force to be whole, in this case, it looks like Kylo Ren and Rey will have to journey into opposite sides of the Force. Rey will be learning how to use the Force for good, but will have to take a journey down into the darkness in order to become fully powerful. Kylo Ren has been journeying to his dark side. He's been journeying to the dark side of the Force. He killed his father Han Solo just to make himself stronger. In The Force Awakens, it's more explained in the novelization than it is in the movie, but he still feels the pull to the light. And in this case, I believe at some point he will have to explore more of his light sides. He'll have to do something selfless in order to become truly powerful. And Snoke even says so in the novelization for The Force Awakens, that a warrior made out of the light and the dark is truly something special, something powerful. He also mentions this in a voiceover during the first full trailer for The Last Jedi. Balance is going to be a major theme in this movie. Balance has been a major theme in the books, the comics. Also in the Star Wars Rebels TV show, Bendu is constantly talking about balance. He's neither light nor dark. He's just of the Force. So that's something we're going to see constantly come up in all Star Wars material going forward. Another interesting thing I saw was Kylo Ren's new lightsaber. It seems way more solid than in The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens, the lightsaber sputtered and shot out sparks. This one still kind of does the same thing, but it's got a more of a fiery after effect. It seems way more intense than his previous lightsaber. This intenseness could represent Kylo Ren's new commitment to the dark side and a further journey into his power. As he's discovering himself, Kylo Ren could draw on more power both from the darkness and the light, as what gives him this intensity, and it's reflected in his lightsaber. His lightsaber is intensely strong and extremely fiery. You can see the fiery after effects. You didn't quite get them in The Force Awakens, but you can really see them now. I think that's really important, at least just to the character development of Kylo Ren, his theme. So there you go. That's just a quick analysis and breakdown of the Darkness Rises trailer. If you guys have any thoughts or comments on the trailer, let me know in the comments section below. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. It will get better. This is my first video. I'm gonna keep working on it. Keep trying to get better at this. So if you like it, just please like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you soon.